Thank you very much, Chairman Wahlberg, for holding this hearing and really exposing what Loudoun County Public Schools has become over the half decade, really since the school board turned over from a moderate responsible board to one that is committed to a social experiment in political ideology. And thank you, Chairwoman McClain, for having the exchange with Mr. Spence that so many parents in Loudoun County wish they could have had. That was amazing to watch.
Hypothetically or otherwise.
Hypothetically. I've actually represented almost all of the parents on up here in some matter or another against Loudoun County Public Schools. And I've also fought against Loudoun County Public Schools as a parent for the past 5 years. And the fight has really been to try and get them to comply with the law. But really, the pillars of Loudoun County Public Schools, as somebody that has fought them in court and outside of court, are illegality, ideology, and incompetence. And I think we saw a little bit of that here today in the hearing. And the other thing I think we saw that is extremely frustrating, but is consistent, is the gaslighting from Mr. Spence about how Loudoun County Public Schools follows the law, how they are in compliance with civil rights laws. That is not true. Somebody tell me where in the law it says that a boy who claims to be a girl has greater rights in a girl's restroom than a girl. It does not exist. In fact, that is sex discrimination against the girl. But you heard Dr. Spence say, well, there's a case in the Fourth Circuit that handles this. No, that case did not handle this type of situation. It did not go that far. And in fact, both Title IX and the Virginia Constitution say that it is indeed permissible to separate facilities on the basis of sex. What about locker rooms? Where does it say that a boy can go into a girl's locker room and change while girls are changing? I couldn't find anywhere. And again, he cites this Fourth Circuit case. That Fourth Circuit case did not say that. In fact, it went out of its way to say that this decision does not apply to locker rooms. So he's gaslighting the committee. Where does it say that a boy can sleep in an overnight facility with a girl? What law says that? Again, can't find one. Seems Title IX allows that to be prohibited. But interestingly, what Dr. Spence said about that was that if parents want an accommodation, they can get one. How? They won't even tell parents if their children are expressing a different gender identity in school. They are absolutely not going to give parents advance warning that a biological male will be at an overnight trip with them because he claims to be transgender, or that he's going to be in the locker room, or that he's going to be in the bathroom. They have no ability to request accommodations or opt-outs. And I'd also like to know where in the law it says that it is Title IX sexual harassment to call a girl when she wants to be called a boy. But that is what Loudoun County Public Schools claimed when they went after two boys who called a girl because she wanted to be called a boy. And finally, it is definitely not the law that you cannot tell parents or can allow their child to socially transition to a different gender at school without parental consent. How do we know that's not the law? Because the Supreme Court said that in January in Mirabelli versus Bonta. I have not seen a single attempt from Loudoun County Public Schools to get its policies into compliance with the Supreme Court decision. So perhaps giving Dr. Spence the benefit of the doubt, maybe they're ignorant of the law. If that's the case, they should get better lawyers. But ignorance of the law is no defense, and there is no justification whatsoever for turning a once great school system into what it is now, which is a social experiment that is dangerous, reckless, and shuts parents out of the equation. Thank you.